Welcome to the Viktor Wilt Show. I could not be more excited to be at work today. How about you? You happy to be awake right now? Of course. Who wouldn't be happy to be awake right now? Yeah, you know, this guy. How was your weekend? I got to give my weekend 2 thumbs down. That's right. That weekend sucked for just a multitude of reasons. It was just brutal. And I was just talking with Josh and Chantel. Must have been in the air. Weekend did not go well for them either. I really hope this coming weekend is much better because I'm supposed to be hitting the road. I better be hitting the road, making my way toward Washington, and I just need to feel good for it. Yeah, I thought for sure Saturday, I thought for sure I had COVID. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. No. Just woke up Saturday, middle of the night, freezing, feeling like I'm just, getting stabbed. The body aches were like horrible. But today seems to be much better. No major body aches this morning. I still don't feel like wonderful, but I was like, I cannot afford time-wise to take off any work. I need to feel good. So I don't feel good. I feel, okay. And okay is good enough. Good enough for me. But anyway, it's Monday. We're going to get through it. We'll hopefully have some good crap to talk about. Haven't really looked at social media because Saturday I literally slept like all day. And that, was one of the reasons I was like, oh, yeah, you've got COVID again. Because every time I get it, I just sleep for 2 days straight. But, negative test. And I wouldn't be feeling this much better already. So, Monday. Sorry. I should have a positive attitude about it. Yeah. All right, I'm working on it. Okay, let's see here. What's a non-serious opinion that you'll defend like it's life or death? All right, let's judge the opinions of others. It's a fine enough way to start the show today. All right, top answer. Nachos are supposed to be built wide, not tall. I think I'd have to agree with that, right? Nobody wants those chips at the bottom of the pile of nachos with nothing on them. There should be liquid cheese on every single chip. And yes, I know you can make nachos without liquid cheese. You could use regular cheese, but come on now. Just use the liquid cheese. Everybody loves liquid cheese. If you don't love liquid cheese, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. All right, what else do we have here? Make burgers wider, not higher. All right, a lot of food-related opinions apparently this morning. And I think I'd have to agree with that one as well. At a certain point, a burger gets to be so tall that it's not fun to eat. You want to be able to have a bite and have all of the flavors in the bite. Yeah? So I think I'd have to agree with that one as well. All right, cereal is 100 times better at night than in the morning. That's a good question. There are some mornings where, cereal just hits the spot. But sometimes it's the perfect snack, too. So I don't know if I'd agree that it's 100 times better at night. All right, I'll let them stand by their opinion, but no, I think that varies. All right, let's see. Oh, this is funny. This is a pretty funny comment. It's pronounced, and then they just spell it out, GIF. I've argued with Josh at Classy about this. He insists that it's GIF, and I'm pretty sure it's GIF. All right. And there's no consensus on this on the internet either. It's not like you can find, nice, solid information to back your opinion on this. All right. I think it's pronounced both ways. As for the official pronunciation, obviously my opinion is right. But the fact that they typed that out, it's pronounced GIF. It's just a funny comment. All right, mayonnaise and Miracle Whip are not interchangeable, comparable, or even in the same condiment category. I mean, I agree that they are not interchangeable. But they, I would say, are comparable. They're a similar item. All right? I would definitely prefer regular old mayonnaise. But to say they're not comparable, that is a strong opinion here. All right, let's see here. Jack and Rose would have broken up in 3 weeks if they both survived. The relationship was based off infatuation, and the honeymoon phase would have worn off quickly. Talking about the movie Titanic here. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, I don't know. I think you've if you get to know somebody in like a day, you know, and then yeah, it takes a while. You got to get to know somebody for quite a while. Because they just dove right in. You know, they just dove right in. Maybe. But who knows? They might have just, stayed together forever. We don't know because Jack's dead. All right, sorry. Titanic spoiler. Didn't mean to ruin that movie for you. Let's see here. Quesadillas are too easy to make at home to be worth paying for at a restaurant, with exactly one exception. I wonder which restaurant they're talking about. But, yeah, quesadillas, you do pay a lot for them at restaurants. Pretty rare that I actually order one, unless they really, load them up with a bunch of other stuff. You know? I ain't never gonna buy a quesadilla at Taco Bell. That, all it is a tortilla with cheese in it. And they charge for it like it's a full-fledged burrito. It's like, don't you guys sell cheese roll-ups for $1? This is the same diff. Get out of here with that. Quesadilla sounds kind of good. You know? All right, let's see here. Breakfast for dinner is underrated. I don't think that's a very crazy opinion. Sometimes that's a perfect thing. Oh, here's a pretty bold opinion that we'll wrap this up with. There are no wrong pizza toppings as long as the person eating the pizza is happy with their choices. I mean, I would agree with that. If you want to have yourself a pineapple and mushroom pizza, you go for it. Ugh. Sounds terrible. I mean, I like pineapple on pizza. I'm all for it. Some nasty mushrooms. No way. Mushrooms are just gross. I don't know. Can't get into them. The texture is terrible. Ugh. All right. I'm going to keep digging for crap to share with you on this program. I'll be back in a minute. I hope your Monday's going good. Man, people ask strange questions online. Like this one post I came across on Reddit a few minutes ago is, my boyfriend wants to, get it on, but I'm extremely worried about getting pregnant. Then they go into all their thoughts about this. Be a parent, all right? This person is an adult. And you wonder, did their parents just never talk to them? Or do they not know about Google, okay? There are a lot of different ways to avoid pregnancy, okay? And I thought you learned them in school. Do they not teach that in school anymore? Actually, knowing how they have, banned books and things like that, they probably don't teach that in school anymore. Common information that people need to have. I mean, I would assume that our listeners know the various options that are out there if you're worried that you're going to get pregnant, okay? I'm not going to go over them. You can use Google as well. But the fact that somebody asked this question online who is an adult, I'm just like, what planet are you living on? And the fact that people are responding, giving that advice, I don't know. There are so many questions that could be answered by Google, but that one I think is bad parenting if you're an adult asking that question. And then I stumbled across this other post where someone says, this is the title of the post, "Husband cussed at our 4-year-old." And I was like, oh boy, what did he say? Must have been bad if somebody went to the internet to ask for advice about this. So it says, let's see, this morning my husband woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Absolutely irritated. I was up every 30 minutes or so with our 16-month-old, so I was hoping to sleep in. Our 4-year-old wakes up full of energy, getting his little brother all riled up and ready to play. Totally normal for him, so my husband gets up with the kids, but the 4-year-old wants to hop in the bed with me and snuggle. My husband's response was, well, I'm going to edit this, Kay. Heck no, if you're going to wake my butt up, you're getting up too. And he said, he didn't say the F word or anything like that, Kay. He said, hell no. And yeah, if you're going to wake my butt up, he used, the word Jade doesn't like me to use on air, that starts with A. Oh no! Did you hear this guy going completely off the rails? Yeah, this woman was very upset about this. Some people really don't like profanity. I mean, it doesn't sound to me like he was like yelling at the kid or anything. I don't know. Maybe I missed something here. But that doesn't seem like that big a deal to me. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to wake me up, you're getting up too. I mean, maybe he like screamed it. It doesn't say that though. Just says that he just said it. Because I can understand first thing in the morning, he just flies off the handle. Okay. Maybe go ask the internet for advice, but on this one, yeah, I don't know. It could be a lot worse, lady. All right. I'm hoping that today goes well for you and myself. I couldn't remember if I took my antibiotics before bed, so I went ahead and took one right now on an empty stomach, and I might severely regret that. But it has to be done because I know I'm not fully fixed up here. Oh, I got to get a root canal on Wednesday. Oh, it's gonna suck. Root canal for breakfast. Yeah, sounds fantastic, don't it? Right at the crack of 8 a.m. Go get a root canal. Ugh. It's okay. It could be worse. Could be worse. Someone could have said the A word to me this morning. Oh. Little 9 Inch Nails. That band's going to be in Salt Lake next week, which is a bummer because I'm not going to be able to make the show. Very disappointed about that, but that's okay. It's okay. Long as I'm feeling good for next week, I don't care what I miss. I was very, very nervous this weekend that I was coming down with serious sickness, and I cannot believe that by some miracle, it just ended up being a pretty brutal bug that hit me out of nowhere. Oh, it was frightening. Because generally, anytime I get feeling like that, I'm like, oh, you're going to be sick for like a week. You know what it is. You know what you got. Oh. Anyway, not at 100% today by any means, but I'm at work. Saturday, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be working Monday. Not at this rate. I'm a disaster. Anyway, I hope you had a good weekend. My weekend sucked. I mean, it didn't completely suck, but it had a lot of suck to it. All right? A lot. So, hopefully this week, a much better week. No surprises. Ugh. Enough already. All right, what was I going to talk about? I had a specific topic in mind. I don't know. I was looking at this post where people were like, what are people doing nowadays if malls, nightlife, movie theaters, and tourism are all dying? And everyone's like sitting in front of a screen all day, hanging out at home, just chilling on the couch. Things have gotten to be really expensive. Makes it a lot more difficult to get out and do anything. So I did do a little bit of TV watching this weekend when I wasn't just sleeping all day down with the sickness. Watched the movie Mother yesterday. I'd seen it before, but I wanted to show it to my girlfriend. So we watched Mother. That movie is so crazy. It's from director Darren Aronofsky. He directed Requiem for a Dream and Pi and a bunch of other movies. The Whale. The movie Mother is so insane. I don't know how to describe it, and I wouldn't want to because I wouldn't want to ruin it with any kind of spoilers. It's best to go in having no idea what you're getting into. So that was really good. Aside from that, I don't know if I managed to make it through any other full movies this weekend. Too busy sleeping. Watched a little bit of the train wreck Storm Area 51 documentary on Netflix. Watched like the first half of that. That was kind of fun. But I did so much sleeping, I was watching it in like 20-minute increments. And I would still go back to sleep, for sure, even though all I did was sleep. Sickness sucks. But it could have been worse. Not complaining. Made it to work. As far as I know, the antibiotics are doing their thing. I don't know, my stupid lymph nodes still hurt, but I think that was because they actually had to start fighting off other crap this weekend as well. Ugh. Anyway, I'm just complaining and whining. Sorry. I'll stop. But yeah, highly recommend the movie Mother. What was it on? I don't remember which service watched it on, but it's probably not for everybody. But I liked it. I think it's fun. All right. What do we got going on around here this week? Can't remember if we're doing any giveaways or what. Let me pull up my notes here. For some reason, I thought I had logged into my stuff, but apparently I hadn't. Let's see here. Because I believe we wrapped up our 311 ticket giveaways on Friday. Thank you to Peaches for handling that since I was just being wrecked by antibiotics and tooth pain Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Screw that. Okay, anyway. No, it doesn't look like we've got any fun giveaways going on this week. I mean, one thing going on is you could go check out some free live music tomorrow. River Concert Series with the Idaho Falls Arts Council happens every Tuesday night on that Greenbelt stage in Idaho Falls between D and E streets. Our homies, the Opscometrists, going to be playing. So if you didn't get enough punk-ish action at the Dropkick Murphys show on Friday, go check out the Opscometrists for free tomorrow night. You know, bring the family out. Should be a good time. And those are just going through the end of the month. So if you haven't yet gone out to the River Concert Series, better get on it. And you know what? I seem to recall seeing that we've got some better temperatures coming our way this week. Let's look at that 10-day forecast here. Oh, look at that. They're saying here on Friday, 73 for the high. It's going to start getting cold at night. I mean, like down into the 40s. All right, maybe I can finally turn off the AC. Yeah, which apparently all weekend I didn't need anyway because I was freezing. Just freezing all weekend, which is not my style. I mean, looking like moving forward, we should be sitting in the mid-80s each day. I'll take it. After, all that 95-degree crap we've been putting up with. What's going to be like where I'm heading? I know you don't care, but I care. I want to know what kind of weather I need to plan for here. Got to start packing. All right. Really? All right. Looks like going to be kind of, not as cool as here, or well, not as hot as here, but hotter than I expected. They're talking high 70s. Interesting. I thought we were going to be getting some of that 60-degree action. Oh, well. Hey, dudes. If you're going to boo-hoo to your lady about everything, you've got to expect the same in return, okay? You got to return the favor. I was reading about a new term, man-keeping. The latest trend that's making women quit dating. Because I guess, guys are starting to open up a little bit more emotionally. And then they just, dump all their problems on their lady. Oh, everything's so bad. Now, listen, you know who's guilty of doing that? I know a guy. But I will always be there to listen as well. All right? Some days are just rough. But yeah, apparently this is a major problem where you got these dudes that are turning their, significant others into therapists, but then they don't offer the same thing in return. And the ladies eventually get fed up. They're like, all right, I've had it. I just can't take it anymore. Yeah, you got to be a team. Got to be a team on this, all right? Being on call for people's emotions will wear you down, Again, why you got to work as a team to help each other out here. So, let's see here. According to a poll, only 38% of single women are looking for love, compared to 61% of men, and that's because women are tired of being therapists with benefits. I'll try to stop being so whiny. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, these things are stressing me. You listeners are sadly a big part of my, therapy group. I complain to you more than anybody. How much whining have I done this morning? Oh, I've got to take an antibiotic. It might make me not feel very nice. Oh, I was sick all weekend. It was so rough. Oh. Well, it's true. I mean, I generally try to give you the weekend recap. And this weekend it was, oh, geez, I have COVID. Oh, no. So I'm asleep all day. Oh, such a baby. No, I actually felt really terrible all weekend. It was bad. But doing better today. Doing better today. Not 100%, but I made it to work, so I'm happy. Coming up in a few, we got freak news. There's a great story about the Blackfoot River. And this one went national. Pretty funny. So we got some local stories. Well, at least one local story for freak news. More reasons to just shave your head. We got a lot of good stuff coming up for freak news. So stick around, listen to the show. Unless you don't like my yapping. And if so, then I got to ask, well, why are you listening to me right now? Come on. Anyway, I'll be back with good tunes and freak news. Don't go anywhere. A rat the size of a dog. Yeah, just what you want to encounter walking down the street. Glad this was in the UK, all right? Not much for critters. 22-inch sewer rat is hanging out in somebody's house. They said it was potentially record-breaking. And then they have a gross picture of it in a bag. I assume an exterminator came by to help. Because, what, you want to take on a rat the size of a small dog? I wouldn't. Yeah. They're unhinged. We got squirrels turning carnivorous in California. Animals are getting weird. I'm just going to avoid all wild animals. Yeah. I don't want rabies shots. Ugh. Anyway, that's on the other side of the planet. We're fine. What else do we have here? Fort Dingleberry's been closed down. All right. This was not like some kind of official fort, like, some military installation. Looks like some teenagers did it as a summer project. They just made a fort, and they named it the fantastic name Fort Dingleberry. But the town had to go tear it down. This was not an authorized build, so they tore down these kids' forts. And now the community's fighting back. They're like, come on, bring back Fort Dingleberry. It's just a hangout spot. Now, depending on what these kids are up to at their hangout spot, maybe there is a reason to shut down Fort Dingleberry. But I think with a name like that, it should be a national landmark, or at least a community landmark, huh? Yeah, unfortunately, you can't just build whatever you want. Always somebody out there trying to ruin your good time. Kids just can't have fun no more. No. Finally, I talk regularly about how, dudes, if you're losing your hair, just shave your head. Here's a reason you shouldn't do something like get a hair transplant. What if it kills you? All right. I talked about how terrible it would have been if I had died tripping over my dishwasher and was then eaten by my cats. It'd just be embarrassing, I'd make the national news, freak accident, and then cat guy gets eaten by cats. Well, at least I wouldn't have died trying to get a hair transplant. That's what happened to this guy, Martin Lochtman. Yeah, he was just in the preparatory phase of his hair transplant in Turkey, and he dead. He dead. I don't know. The article says they're doing an investigation to say why. Looks like he worked out, ate well. Looks like he's in good shape. How old was this guy? Younger than me, 38 years old. Just worried about getting bald. Shave your head, people. Now, you don't tend to hear of people often dying from getting a hair transplant, but if it happens once, that's enough for me. That'd be my luck. So continue to shave my head it is. Plenty more stupid news coming up on this program. It's a little after 8 o'clock. If you need to get a hold of me, I have a telephone that you can call, 208-535-1015. So feel free. Always glad to hear from you. Hope Monday's going good. Hope Monday goes by fast. All right, back with more in just a few. Well, just the guy I was looking to talk to. What's up, Peaches?
I was wondering why Thornhill dropped off the other tour, and now they've been announced as the opener for Sleep Token.
Oh.
So they're like, hey, let's dump this other crap and let's go to this tour that's completely sold out.
Yeah, let's go play arenas.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Thornhill and Sleep Token.
So that's who will be opening for them in Salt Lake and such?
Yeah, they just posted it like 5 minutes ago.
Cool. Well, that's great. That's a fantastic lineup. Oh, how was your weekend?
Went by way too fast.
So did mine, because I slept most of it. Thought I had the Rona this weekend. I woke up Saturday morning, freezing and body aches. Felt like I'm just being stabbed, pounding head, sore throat. I'm like, what's going on? And ended up sleeping like all day Saturday. Yesterday was still not feeling good. Today, I'm not 100%, but...
What are you, 100%?
Pretty much always. You know me, I'm always firing on all cylinders.
Every time I walk in here, my left toe hurts.
I know. It happens.
I'm going to take a half day, Peaches.
Happens when you get old. Yeah, last week sucked, dude. Getting, abscess tooth. And then, so that's hurting me. Antibiotics are making me sick. And then I wake up Saturday just completely, just wrecked. And, I went to bed at a decent time, left the show early. Thank you for the ride to my car so I didn't have to Uber over to where I had it parked. But, yeah, got home, felt fine, woke up. Nightmare. It was an awful weekend. So, it looks like, did you take a trip out to the Blackfoot River over the weekend?
Nope.
No?
Went to Rexburg.
You swear you didn't stop by the Blackfoot River and try to dispose of some items?
No.
Did you see this story?
No, I didn't. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's the story. Okay. It just dawned on me now. Yes.
Deputies find life-size sex doll in the Blackfoot River after 3-hour search for body. There have been a number of these stories recently, like the one with the mannequin in the back of the El Camino that the cops pulled over in northern Idaho, but it was just a mannequin.
There's a house right by me that has 4 mannequins on their front porch, and I get freaked out every time I go drive by it.
Hey, you know what? It's your house. Decorate however you want.
And they're wearing outfits. Like, what is that person? Is that person a fashion designer? Are they just a freak?
They just like to get out and change their mannequin clothes, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, found that to be pretty funny. Come on, guys. Don't waste the time of the authorities. Do you think somebody did it as a prank, or they were just trying to get rid of it because they didn't want to?
Well, we're talking about Blackfoot.
Yeah, it says Soda Springs area.
Soda Springs, okay. I'm assuming it's probably just one guy who's like, you know what? Maybe. Okay, here's my theory. Maybe it was like his girlfriend. He's like, that's it. I'm dumping you, and just literally dumped her
in the river.
Literally dumped her in the river and just drove away.
Could be.
Could be that, or could be some guy who's like, this is going to be funny, I'll make national news. Or
I know.
Not national news, make like local news, and then just dump a body there.
They said it'd been in the water for quite a while by the time they found it, so I'm sure somebody was just out enjoying the great outdoors and like, oh, great, dead body.
Is that your reaction? Oh, great, dead body, not again.
Why does this always happen to me? Every time I go out to the river.
If I saw a dead body, poke at the stick, it'd be fun.
I don't think you're supposed to do that, Peaches. I think you're supposed to leave it undisturbed and then call Lieutenant Crane. Lieutenant Crane! I know you're the go-to guy for this kind of thing.
What's that Stephen King book where they discover a dead body? Or they just, Stand By Me. That's what it is.
But the book's called The Body.
The Body. Okay.
Yes.
Wow, what a great title.
Yes. It's very to the point.
No wonder Stephen King has his own radio station. He can't name things properly.
Hey, nice and simple. Stand By Me doesn't seem to make sense as a title for it anyway. So, it's a great movie.
I need to see it still. I've seen bits and pieces.
You've never seen it, huh?
No, I've seen the Family Guy parody of it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a 80s classic. 80s classic film. So, highly recommended. It's one of the few good Stephen King adaptations. You know, usually if they're like 100 pages or less, they can make them into a movie. After that, just don't even try.
I would say there's a lot of great Stephen King adaptations. You just, for some reason, the book's better.
Well, yeah. The Body's a good adaptation. Shawshank Redemption's a good adaptation. It's about it.
I definitely liked it. I thought it was great.
But you haven't read the book. It's a terrible adaptation of the book.
I just think it's great.
Yeah, it's a good...
Well, Stephen King also has some freaky scenes in that book. Okay.
Yeah, but everybody thinks about one scene. It's all the other scenes they leave out that, like, you know, are so crazy.
And The Shining is one of the best movies of all time.
But terrible adaptation. It's a great movie.
It's one of the best horror movies of all time, though.
But it's a terrible adaptation. It takes away all of the meaning of the book completely because it's a book about alcoholism, you know, and it's just a terrible adaptation, but a fantastic movie. The Green Mile's a really good movie.
That's one of the best movies of all time, too.
I know. Just not that great of an adaptation, you know. So it's always best to watch Stephen King movies and not read the book because then you'll enjoy the movie. But if you watch it after reading the book, either version, like the older version that was on TV, that's a better adaptation than the new one, but the new one's a funner movie. You know, it's just a fun movie. So, I mean, and it tends to be that way with any books. Like, have you read Forrest Gump, the book?
No.
Okay. The movie has basically nothing to do with the book at all. The book is completely unhinged. You would love it. At one point, Forrest Gump's a professional wrestler. I think, you know, they call him the dummy or something.
But do you think Hollywood had the time and the ability to really follow a giant book like that?
It's not that big of a book.
But it's still short. Like the kind of like, you know, make the story flow.
Well, yeah, most people think it's one of the most insane books ever. You know, why they even made a movie out of it, I don't know. Because, like, again, there's like almost nothing from the book that's in the movie. It's completely different. It's unhinged and crazy. It's really funny. I thought it was a fun book, but yeah, I mean, like zero correlation between the two.
I always get disappointed anytime I see a movie based on a book. Like the person couldn't just come up with their own story. They had to like go to somebody else's work and then dramatize it or make it funny.
Well, and I mean, there are a lot of, you know, famous movies that come from books.
Like Jurassic Park.
Yeah. The Godfather, you know, that was a book. You know, some of the biggest movies of all time were book adaptations. What gets me is nowadays they just remake everything.
Exactly.
Instead of, like, you've seen my book collection. There are so many great horror novels that would make awesome horror movies. Like, they would rule. And I shouldn't complain about horror because there are some good horror movies coming out right now.
Definitely. We're a great time for it.
Yeah, it's like the best time for horror ever. But I just think about all these other, you know, different books that they've never made into movies. And I'm like, why not do one of those? Something fresh, new, you know?
Or just come up with your own idea and make it into a movie.
Or that, yeah, write a movie, you know? Anyway, just wanted to check and see if you'd been out on the river recently, Peaches. Back to the beginning here. No, it wasn't you?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Jade, you're busted.
Yeah, Jade.
You're busted, Jade. We know where you've been. What's up? How's it going? All right. Guess we could talk a little bit about this. Sure. Google AI. You seen these AI overviews pop up when you do a Google search? Apparently, online news publishers are facing an extinction level event because of Google AI overviews. This is just yet another problem, making people dumber, okay? I don't know how many times I have seen the Google AI overview be completely incorrect. Countless searches where I'm like, what? I know that isn't true. So then, you scroll down, you find the source that actually has it correct, but most people are lazy. Most people just read headlines. So I'm sure most people just read the AI overview and are like, yeah, sure, looks good, I'll take it. Sadly, news organizations probably are going to face an extinction level event because of this, because, again, people are lazy. Yeah, people believe memes that pop up on Facebook. They'll believe anything. Some of the dumbest things that I could possibly imagine have been making the rounds on social media as of late. And, tens of thousands of people just buy in immediately. Like we talked about the story about Jelly Roll, opening a sanctuary for dogs. And, it just wasn't true. And it had like 100,000 reactions. There have been a whole bunch of stories like that. And then Google AI, because these things are getting shared so much, then Google AI will say these things are true. I think the Jelly Roll thing was a Google AI overview. And then you go down to the actual news and it's like, no, this didn't happen. We're doomed, people. We're doomed. I'm not even worried about AI taking over and controlling humanity. It's just this dumbing people down even more. We're going to be our own downfall just because people are dumb. I'm here doing it live. We're making our way through Monday. Successful so far. Hopefully it keeps going at a decent pace and goes well. Hope you're feeling all right. Hope it's a wonderful day for all. An amazing Monday. Talked to a lot of people who had a rough weekend. Something must have just been in the air. I guarantee it was rough for me. My weekend sucked. But I'm optimistic about the week. Just got to get lots of rest and try to accomplish the things I need to accomplish. So far, not accomplishing the things I need to accomplish at work, but I'll keep working on it. We'll see. Okay, what do we got here? Report shows fecal indicator bacteria found at 92% of Ohio beaches tested in 2024. I don't know how we're doing around here, but just want to warn you, shower off. Don't go into open water with open wounds. Ugh. It seems like our water's getting pretty bad. These stories seem to have grown over the years. I don't remember so many flesh-eating bacteria stories back in the day. I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention to it. Who knows? But, if you're going to Ohio, I don't know. When it comes to swimming, when I think of the phrase fecal indicator bacteria, or whatever that said, I don't know, I closed the tab. Doesn't scream to me, dive right in. But that's just me. You be you. I ain't going to judge if you want to swim in dookie water. It's gross, but again, you be you. I don't. The beach at anywhere in Ohio just doesn't sound great. Anyway, I'm going to find something better to talk about, okay? You got to give me a minute. I think I need more coffee. Might as well. I'm going to go get some. I'll be back. Well, Nickelback causing a manhunt now. Maybe not a manhunt. I guess it's more of a search and rescue. Apparently some guy up in Canada, he's out camping away, and he starts hearing someone yelling, just faint yelling. Like, oh, is somebody hurt? What's going on? I can't understand what he's saying, but I'm hearing a voice clearly yelling. So, he and his buddy, they call 911. They're like, we can hear someone just yelling out in the woods. We think they might need help. So they activated their drone team, brought out a couple officers, and then they're like, all right, we can hear the guy. So they broke up into a couple teams, and they were about to commence a full search of the woods, but then they found this guy. He's just camping alone, just singing Nickelback tunes, just belting them out, not in any trouble. though this could certainly be bothersome to some of the other campers out there, he was fine. He was loving it. They did say he might need some singing lessons. They didn't say he was singing Nickelback good, but just be aware if you're going to bust out, this is how you remind me, and you're out in the middle of the woods, somebody might think you're dying. So, I don't know. You got to find something a little bit more uplifting to sing. You see those videos making the rounds of people singing Creed in the middle of the Grand Canyon and stuff like that? No. You got to go with, I don't know, Electric Callboy or something? Something fun? Or just really scare people and start busting out your best Lorna Shore. Just straight up, blackened deathcore vocals. That's what I usually like to do in the woods. Just let out a metal scream. People have no idea what's going on. I heard Bigfoot. I swear I did. Youngblood just crushing it at the final Aussie show. It was Changes, classic Black Sabbath track. What up? It's Viktor Wilt, and good morning to you. Welcome to the program today. Happy Monday. Hope it's going good. Thankfully, my Monday going by fairly quickly. I do have about 10 billion things I need to get done, but, I'm here. I'm surviving. I got no complaints right at this second. All right, let's see. If you were at the airport, you were going to take an international flight, and they discovered that your child's passport had expired, what would you do as a parent? Just leave them, right? Just leave them. That's what a couple did at the Barcelona airport. Now, supposedly, they'd organized a relative to pick them up, but they still left the kid sitting there. Bye-bye. Left. Well, they didn't make it on their flight because, if there's a child wandering around the airport by itself, people tend to pay attention to that. So, yeah, they contacted the pilot. Pilot was like, hey, anybody leave their kid in the terminal? Nobody says anything. Parents are sitting there like, oh. And then they finally, I guess, fessed up. But did they charge him with anything? Is that some type of child abandonment charge? And apparently, the couple, they just saw it as pretty normal. They're like, we don't see the problem with this. Someone was going to come pick him up. He'll be fine. He's 10. He can take care of himself. And then what? Then your poor relative just, here, you can keep him. We got out of there. You can have him. Oh, there are some really awful parents out there. Oh. Everything's okay, though. He's fine. He's fine. But just kind of blows your mind. Some of the things people do. And then act like, what? What? I didn't know that was wrong. Well, we've got Katie Lee from Z103 in studio. What up, Katie?
Hi.
How was your weekend?
Oh, it was so much fun.
Was it?
No.
Did everyone just have a terrible weekend?
I feel like it was just a really lame weekend for everybody.
Yeah, everybody I've talked to had a horrible weekend.
I mean, okay, I didn't think it was that horrible, but, it was like meh.
Mine was not good. Last week, I don't know if you heard, but I got an abscessed tooth. Ew. So, that sucked. And so I started taking a bunch of antibiotics.
You don't know what it is? It's that sludge coffee that you drink all the time.
How dare you blame my instant coffee shooters? I've got one right here trying to get me jacked up for the day. So yeah, took a bunch of antibiotics starting Thursday. Friday, I was just like sick. It was just like, bleh. So
that is unfortunate. I'm sorry for your luck.
Yeah, it took a half day. Then I woke up Saturday. Body aches, felt like I was being stabbed.
Aww.
And I thought I had COVID. Aww. I was like, why? Slept all day. I'm a little bit better today. Don't worry, I'm not like contagious or anything.
You're good.
I'm just got wrecked.
The studio is usually contagious anyway, so anytime I open the door, I'm just like, enter at your own risk.
Yeah, this place is dirty.
I know.
It's dirty. Me and Peach is hanging out here. So, yeah. Well, what was I going to talk about here? Do you have any family members who are inventors or anything like that? They like to tinker with things. I know you got family that works out on the farm.
Yeah. I mean, it's called Jimmy rigging. We do what we can.
Okay.
We put stuff together. And why? What are you making?
Well, I'm not making anything, but if you ever have any family members that decide they want to make a homemade helicopter, I was going to tell them.
Don't put it past my dad. He so would.
Okay, just tell him don't do it. Don't do it. There was a Russian guy who made a homemade helicopter, and well, he's no longer with us. He didn't even make it off the ground. The thing just self-destructed, and helicopters have blades. I won't get into the grisly details, but
Okay.
Rip to that guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
You are small enough. The next Idaho windstorm we'll have, we're just going to tie a couple of tarps to you and have you jump off the trampoline. You're just going to go flying.
Well,
We'll tie a string to you, don't worry.
Who do you think would fly first, me or Jade, though?
Jade probably might do just a little bit better.
I mean, I appreciate you calling me small. That made me feel better on a Monday morning. Help boost the self-esteem a little bit.
Try to help out here.
But I just wanted to warn those inventors out there. These things don't go good. This isn't the first story about somebody like building a rocket.
This sounds like something that would happen in Idaho.
I know. That's why I had to get it out there.
Well, you gave the idea. Someone's going to go do it.
Don't do it. And if you do, don't blame me.
If you do it, at least get it on video and send it to us.
What if it ends up like this? I don't think that Jade wants that kind of content on her social
But
media.
At least just video it.
Local man.
Okay, only if it's successful. If it's not successful, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, we don't want somebody being chopped up by helicopter blades on our Facebook page. Do you think it would get... How many laugh reacts do you think it would get?
Unfortunately, probably.
It would get some.
It would.
People laugh at the most horrible things nowadays.
As we are right now.
I wasn't laughing. Yes, I was. All right, we'll be back. You're all the best. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I will be back with Peaches for the noon hour of madness and mayhem. We'll get into some dumb stuff. We'll have some fun on a Monday, and then hopefully Monday will be over soon, because it's Monday. Cannot wait to get home and just get cracking on chores. Yay! Well, I couldn't do them over the weekend. All I did was sleep because I was sick. It was lame. Stupid. Anyway, hope you're feeling well. Hope the rest of your day goes great. You're the best. Thanks for hanging out with me. Leaving you with Queens of the Stone Age. See you soon. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.